In this episode of the Funny Business Podcast, are you the asshole in not paying for an expensive gender reveal party?
And on the flip side, we tell you what Gaylord Perry and the moon landing have in common. And would you rather get smacked in the face by a fish or farted on? We discuss that and a whole lot of other would you rathers. Mike, hit the music.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Wherever you may listen to this, whether watching or listening, welcome to another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. This is going to be quite the episode because I already hear my voice starting to break out. I'm sure we'll be able to talk about it soon, but I cannot start the show without asking my best friend, my roommate for life, Mr. Matt Summers. Matt, how are you? How are things?
Things are great on this Labor Day Monday. Nice cup of Joe to get us started today. I know Mike is also drinking some coffee. But let me be the first person, or excuse me, let me be the last person to wish you all a happy Labor Day.
Yes.
It's a nice day off. We got to wake up on our own time. I had popped melatonin last night. I was like, you know what? I have a day off tomorrow. I'm going to get a great night of sleep. Pop that melatonin. Feeling great. Feeling refreshed. Ready for episode 177.
Your voice is starting to break down a little bit yourself, my good man. So
I called out of bed about 20 minutes ago. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the morning voice.
Oh, man. This is like waking up with us. It's like turning over on the side of the bed and just looking at us and then having that nice morning breath. Just being like, good morning. Are you ready to listen to another episode of the Funny Business Podcast?
Yeah, there's nothing better.
Well, Matt, what a weird segue, but I have a story to share somewhat about sleeping. But we are going to return to what could possibly be a recurring segment. Am I the asshole? And no, I'm not reflecting on us from this past weekend, but I think it's worth considering reading this story that has caused a lot of attention, that has gotten the likes of Fox News on top of the article itself. So if you haven't heard already, there is a Reddit community called Am I the Asshole? And what it is people will submit their conundrums or their seeking help or seeking advice. And what this woman, a young wife and mother, posted on Reddit is regarding her husband and their 10-month-old baby, sparking a heated discussion. Matt, did you do your homework? Did you read what I sent you last night?
I read about the first two paragraphs.
Great. Skimming.
Yep.
Good.
That's what I do best.
I'm going to give you the TLDR, the too long didn't read. So the couple had an agreement where each would take care of the baby on alternating Saturday and Sundays, allowing one to sleep in while the other handled childcare. One Saturday, the husband woke up early but asked the wife to take care of the baby. When she refused, citing the agreement, he got up anyway. The husband later declared that he would sleep in on Sunday since he had woken up early on Saturday, which led to a disagreement. The wife, which is a stay-at-home mom, highlighted that she does most of the household chores and childcare, while her husband's main responsibilities are taking out the trash and unloading the dishwasher. She expressed her frustration with her husband using the fact that he works as a reason to avoid taking care of the baby on weekends. Immediate reactions on this, Mr. Matthew.
I kind of like the idea that like the different schedules, just because it doesn't always make it like, oh, can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it? Now, obviously, I think there has to be some flexibility between the two, and something's going to come up where you can't stick to the schedule every single time, but I don't think it's a terrible idea.
Are you going to give that a try this coming weekend?
No.
Why?
Well, this coming weekend we're at the beach again.
Matt, you also don't have a kid.
We also don't have a kid, correct? That's the other thing.
But so you like the alternating days of taking care of the baby. I think personally, go ahead.
I think I like it if it's like in the middle of the night or the morning. I don't think the same person should have to be up early every single morning or always get up in the middle of the night to check on the baby. Especially when you're first starting out, like it's tough on both. So try to help as much as you can, I think.
So the woman, of course, turned to Reddit to the "Am I the asshole?" thread, and asking if she was wrong for not letting her husband sleep in on Sunday as they had originally agreed. So commenters, if you'd like to hear the result, commenters offered various perspectives, with many supporting the wife and suggesting that the husband needed to understand her daily workload. Some suggested the wife document her daily schedule to help her husband understand the demands of being a stay-at-home parent. I feel like if you started, I'm just going to take a pause right there. I feel like if you start documenting what you did at the house, I think that turns into work. And I don't think that's the whole point of being a family.
Yeah, then at that point you have to get paid to take care of the baby. And that seems a little weird. Yeah, I don't know. This is a tough one because, like, obviously you just want to stick to the schedule as much as you can. But you can't, like, some things are going to happen. Right. Now, whether this is something that like warrants a break in the quote unquote agreement. Also, it's not like it's a signed document. I hope it's not a signed document. That'd be even weirder.
Imagine they hang it up in their bedroom.
Yeah.
On this day shall hitherto.
Yeah. Well, according to Article 6, Section 5.
Could just imagine it like framed in like this nice little papyrus, if that's still existent, of a use of paper.
They go to the John Deere Chronic and get it notarized.
Yeah. So yeah, taking a pause there, but the general consensus was that parenting and household responsibility should be shared and commitments should be upheld. Luckily, the wife had an update in her Reddit post.
Nice.
And the consensus came that the wife shared that her husband had apologized for his behavior and they had resolved the issue. She also mentioned that she packed her husband's lunch as a gesture of kindness, which some Reddit users found surprising.
I'm trying to find this one in the article. Can't find it. That one's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that one. Wow.
You okay back there?
Yes, my statue.
You fell.
Me and April just fell, but we're fine. No blood, no pain, no gain.
Still kissing each other, I see.
No pain, no gain.
So I don't think that's surprising. I think it's a way of just kind of moving on. I mean, as a couple, you should move on from an argument like this, but I think it's a nice gesture in the sense that you are trying to come back together in working together and just benefiting each other and as a family.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a cohesion that has to work for it to work out.
Yeah. So Matt, as per general, let's just say as per tradition now with looking at the Am I the Asshole? Matt, I went through a few of them that have been lately posted by the last month because, surprise, surprise, people still try to think that they're the asshole or not. And I have a couple TLDRs for each one. And Matt, we're going to talk about them. So the first one, which was very funny, you brought up in the original story we discussed, is, am I the asshole for charging a monthly cleaning fee to my husband? The TLDR is that the husband lost his job. Wife supported the household and cleaned up after him. Wife got fed up, charged him $10 for cleaning, and collected $150. Husband called her an asshole, but she still took the money. The couple needs to address the underlying issues of household responsibilities and finances. But is she the asshole?
Is she the asshole? No.
No.
It's not hard to clean up after yourself, especially if you're just at home all day, just eating Doritos and in your boxers with playing Fortnite all day long. Like, no, that's not clean up after yourself. It's not hard.
No.
Now, is charging your husband a cleaning fee a little extra? Yes. Is it an asshole move in this scenario? I'm going to say no.
No. So if you lost your job and you didn't clean up, you'd be charged $10 for if April wanted to clean up something.
If I was lazy piece of shit and didn't clean up after myself, I wouldn't be that upset. Yes.
Accountability. I like it.
Yes, correct.
All right. The next one. Am I the asshole for a wedding invitation? Okay. Saying no to a wedding. I actually double copy and pasted the titles, but that's okay. I know the synopsis of the story. So am I the asshole for not attending a close friend's wedding? So this is the scenario. You received a wedding invitation from a former close friend you haven't spoken to in 7 years. The invitation includes a suggested gift list with high-end items, making you suspect the invite is primarily for an expensive gift. You decline politely due to the lack of contact, doubts about the motive, and prior commitments. You're now hearing criticism from your friend Emily and mutual friends, but your decision doesn't seem unreasonable. Am I the asshole?
I don't know. I think that's tough because not everybody always has like the ability to get like a super, super great gift. I don't think so. I don't think she's the asshole.
I don't think so either. I mean, if you haven't talked to each other in 7 years, like not spoken at all for 7 years, I think politely, it's not worth going.
Yeah. Also, you're just not that close of a friend,
right? Like, I mean, I don't want to tease too much, but Matt, I've completely forgot last week when we were talking that we would see each other again. We would see each other twice in the same weekend.
Twice in one weekend, yes.
So we were at a business meeting, a happy hour business meeting on Thursday. And then that Saturday, we were at a wedding. And it was our housemate's Tyler's wedding. And God, it felt like it was yesterday. We were just broing it out. But like, we stayed in touch. It wasn't that we haven't talked to each other in so long. Like, but at the same time, we were casually keeping in touch, you know? Like we were like sending each other like memes or like Snapchatting each other like in behind the scenes. But like, it wasn't that we weren't talking for 5 years.
Right.
And then now we're getting invited to a wedding now. Like, that was kind of how I looked at it. Like, oh yeah, like definitely I'll go. But yeah, if you haven't been keeping in touch with somebody and then you just send an invite, it looks more to be about a gift, in my opinion.
Yeah, for the most part, I think if it's like a friend that maybe you weren't super, super, super close with, but maybe you still were like friendly enough that like I would invite them to my wedding. I think every scenario is a little different. But yeah, I don't think people should ever put too much pressure on trying to get a wedding gift.
No.
Because really the important part is that they're getting married.
Right. I was also corrected too that I sang the song wrong about we're going to get married at the chapel. Going to the chapel and getting married. I said that last week. I was corrected appropriately. All right. Speaking of, this was a lot of weddings for some reason. I was pulling a lot of wedding things, not because we went at a wedding last weekend. It just seemed a little bit more weird, some of the wedding things. So am I the asshole for leaving my own wedding early?
Oh.
So during the let's just say during your wedding. Oh, okay. So during the wife and their husband's wedding, so during you and your significant other's wedding, the best man unexpectedly proposed to his girlfriend, which led to chaos as the people got engaged and focused on their own romantic moments. The poster and their husband left the wedding early due to the lack of attention and involvement from guests. Now, relatives are criticizing them for being, quote, immature and not appreciating the romantic atmosphere that emerged during the event. Am I the asshole?
Oh, man, that's tough.
I have it. I'm
Go
going to
for
say
it.
you're not. I think purpose, in my own opinion, my own very strong opinion, if you're going to do that by surprise, like if you're not going to ask the people on their special day that they paid thousands of dollars to be a part of, to say, hey, I'm thinking about proposing to my girlfriend. What do you think? And if they didn't give that permission, then I would be okay leaving. Like, be like, all right, man, like you ruined it. Sorry, you are not on my own dime to have your romantic moment. This is my romantic moment. Everybody go home.
So, one, don't even ask to propose at someone else's wedding. That's just a no-go.
Yeah.
That's just no-go. However, still kind of a little bit of an asshole move because one, you're not going to get that money back.
No.
And two, people like at the end of the day, they are still there for you. And they're not just going to not acknowledge you the rest of the night. They're still going to be like, congratulations, thank you. But with him leaving, I feel like that makes it a little more awkward. As much as it's awkward for him, and I would not want that to happen to anybody I know or myself that someone proposes at my wedding. However, got to be the bigger man in that situation.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you are technically stooping down a couple rungs for leaving your own wedding, but I think again the underlying thing is that your best man, probably known as your best friend, didn't ask you to propose that night. I think that's where it gets a little hairy, and I think more so friendship needs to be evaluated rather than the act.
That I think that's an immediate friendship is over.
Oh, really?
I do.
Oh, man.
I do.
I'll remember not to do that at your wedding.
What else was I going to say? Also, if we were doing a power rankings of asshole moves, this would be your first round pick. Proposing at your best friend's wedding? Absolutely. Yeah. That's a total asshole move.
That's true. All right, 2 more. Am I the asshole pretending another girl was my girlfriend? So, while out with friends, a woman mistook the writer for someone she was supposed to meet, and a creepy guy was following her. The writer played along to help her, but their girlfriend later questioned why the woman had her arm around the writer and why they stayed after the creepy guy left. The writer tried to explain, but couldn't satisfy their girlfriend, who couldn't provide a clear answer on what they should have done differently.
So is he the asshole for pretending another girl was a girlfriend?
Yes. Am I the asshole for pretending another girl was my girlfriend?
Did they kiss? Did they do anything out of the normal other than they had their arms around each other?
Based on the writing, didn't seem like it.
Okay. I think I'm going to say no.
I'm going to agree with you.
It's not like they did anything totally wrong. He was just trying to help someone out. In a scenario that could have went bad. We don't know what would have happened. Is it kind of weird for the girl to see another girl with her arm around your man? Probably. But if you explain the scenario and understand that there is a creepy guy and she felt uncomfortable, I think you have to try to help so that nothing bad actually happens.
I've mentioned this many times before, especially when it came to our friends. Like, I'd always be because I think collectively we have all done it. Yeah. Where there's always been an individual who has been identified as creepy that has been either trying to get with or try to do things that we don't know. And it's always been, okay, let's pull you in, let's dance for a little bit, and when he leaves, you're gone. I think the fact that they stayed, I think that's what's that's what's on the tightrope here. But in all honesty, if they didn't do anything, like, let's be honest here, like when you're at like a bar or when you're at like a club, there is a very high chance that you are going to bump into people. Like there is going to be close contact that's not sexual. That could be mistaken as sexual, but at the same time, I don't think he is. But I think I don't know. Trust also plays into a fact of like this relationship. Like, okay, well, if you didn't do anything, like, okay, that's fine. But I think if there was ill intentions of coming out of that, then I think that's the problem.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And the last one, my favorite one, Matt. Are you ready?
Give it to me.
Am I the asshole for shutting down my wife's gender reveal plans?
Oh, no.
Expecting couple learns that they are having a girl, but wife plans a costly gender reveal without consulting husband, expecting him to pay. Husband refuses due to financial constraints. They argue, wife goes to her mother's place, and now husband feels guilty for not funding it alone.
Yeah, not an asshole.
No.
Nope, not an asshole. We all know our thoughts on gender reveals. We don't really have to get into that. Overrated. Check the ratings. Gender reveals are overrated. You can't just plan something and not tell them how much it costs, especially when you're having a baby. That seems like a life situation where you should be open and honest about everything. Not, hey, paid 10 grand for this gender reveal.
And let me ask you this: who the is having a costly gender reveal? I mean, we've seen them. We've seen the airplanes, the helicopters, the fireworks. Why the hell do you need it that costly?
Just pop a balloon.
Just pop a balloon.
Pop a balloon. It's not hard. I recently
get the cupcakes, cut the cake. I don't know. Do something that is cost effective, because you're going to be spending millions, if not billions of dollars on this child when it's born.
Yeah, just save your money. I know someone who recently became pregnant. How they told one of their sides of their family, it was a brother or brother-in-law's birthday, something like that. And the couple knew they were pregnant. Yeah. That side of the family, they were about to tell. And the couple didn't know the gender themselves.
Huh.
What they did in the birthday card, they put the envelope that had the gender in it inside the birthday card. So when whoever's birthday was, he opened it up, didn't know what it was. He opened it. They found out what gender it was.
That's nice.
That's just very cool.
That's cool.
And cheap, and not an idiotic move, like spending an absurd amount of money on a stupid gender reveal.
Yeah. So no, I thought that was like, I gotta say this one, but yeah, costly gender reveals are unacceptable.
Like most gender reveals.
Yeah. And that concludes another edition of Am I the Asshole review. You can find it on Reddit, but make sure you stick around for the Funny Business Podcast for more Am I the Asshole scenarios.
One of the fastest growing segments in podcast history, people are saying. Many people are saying.
Many.
Yes.
Many people.
Many people.
Many people.
We wanted to share something that has become essential to those days after a long, exhausting night: Liquid IV's Hydration Multiplier.
It's amazing how huge a difference it makes. Liquid IV helps us feel more energized and refreshed throughout the day. With one stick, you get 5 essential vitamins and a 2 times faster hydration formula than plain water.
We both love the flavors. Yuzu pineapple and passion fruit are our top picks. They make staying hydrated a truly enjoyable experience.
What's even better is that Liquid IV is committed to giving back to communities in need worldwide by providing clean and abundant water. They've already donated over 39 servings in 50 plus countries around the world.
And we have a special treat if you want to try Liquid IV. Head over to liquidiv.com and use the code FUNNYBUSINESS at checkout to get a 20% discount on your entire purchase.
So shop better hydration today with promo code FUNNYBUSINESS. All one word, FUNNYBUSINESS at liquidiv.com at checkout.
Remember to stay hydrated and healthy and give Liquid IV a try. It's worth it. Okay, let's slide on to the second half of the show we have for you all today. We're going to start off with some dude. That's crazy. Mike, I'll go first.
All right.
I got 2 sports ones, actually.
Ooh.
Bring back the sports segments. Mike, you know what this weekend is?
It's football.
It sure is. Football's back. Football is officially back. College football has been back. You know what else is back? Me sports gambling. What a weekend.
I thought you weren't.
What?
You weren't going back to that.
No, I said once football season started, I'm back.
Oh, I'll have to check the tape.
What a first weekend. What a first weekend. It was great.
Okay.
But the NFL does start this weekend. And a kind of a crazy fact. Mike, what's one of the hardest things to do in sports in general? Like as a team.
Well, I was going to say this is not around the time when like there's hockey, baseball, football.
Not quite.
Not quite yet.
That's going to be like end of October.
End of October. Okay.
Yeah.
The hardest thing for kicking a field goal?
No, as a team. What's hard thing to do as a team?
Reaching championships.
So yes, winning a championship, but also repeat champions.
Oh, okay.
Right? It's hard doing a championship back-to-back years. Haven't had that in the NFL in a long time. What's not as hard or as uncommon is winning back-to-back division titles.
Really?
Right. You would think. Well, like how many times the Yankees win the division back-to-back years, or the Steelers, or the Patriots? I mean, the Patriots won the division like 10 times.
Right.
The NFC East: Eagles, Cowboys, Washington Commanders, New York Football Giants. The NFC East has not had a repeat division winner since 2004.
Almost 10 years.
Almost 20 years.
20. Damn math.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, dude, that's crazy. You don't really pay attention to that as much.
Mm.
I mean, unless you are the team, like, diehard Steelers fan or diehard Eagles fan, like, you don't pay attention to. I mean, calling from the guy who doesn't. I got asked, am I a football guy? And I said, I'll watch it. At the wedding this past weekend, they're like, you a football guy? I'm like, I watch it a little bit.
Yeah. The last time was the Eagles. They won it in 2003, 2004. Andy Reid was the head coach, who's obviously the coach of the Chiefs, and the quarterback, Donovan McNabb.
All right.
It's a nice little fun fact to get you ready for football. Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right.
I'm saying, do you want to pick who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah.
This is always my favorite time of the year when we're not even close.
Go ahead. You first.
I am going to say I picked the Bills last year. I don't want to pick the Bills again. I'm going to say, drum roll, please, Bengals will win the Super Bowl over the 49ers.
Okay. I'm going to say, you ready for this one?
Give it to me.
The Washington Commanders will win the Super Bowl.
Oh, God. Wow. Okay. All right. If they do, you'll be the only person that ever picked them this year. Hey, Mike, can you do me a favor? Can you name one player on the Washington Commanders? Okay.
No.
Okay, that's fine. I was just curious.
Let me
Yeah, who's their quarterback?
Washington Commanders. He was a college run-up, right?
He did go to college, yes. I believe he went to North Carolina.
Like recently, right?
Yes.
He was a recent draft.
I think this is his second year in the league.
I'm gonna go. It was
his name's Sam Howell.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
He's not bad.
Let's see here. Yeah, this looks like a good roster to me.
Yep.
You know,
Decent defense.
Jonathan Allen,
Yep.
Abdullah Anderson,
Sure.
Cody Barton,
Sure.
John Bates,
Sure.
Jacoby Brissett,
I don't even think he's the starter.
Percy Butler,
Don't know who that is.
Cameron Cheeseman.
I do have a not that everyone cares about your fantasy football team. I did draft a Washington Commander on my fantasy football team last night.
Emmanuel Forbes Jr.
Who could forget Emmanuel Forbes the first?
All right. Before I save myself.
Yes, moving on.
Before I run from embarrassment. All right, here we go. Matt, did you take a shower this morning by chance?
Not yet, but I am going to as soon as this podcast is over.
Oh, okay. So a little stank podcast.
A little stanky.
Little stank pod.
Yep.
All right. This thing always throws me off, and I think this is always hated by everyone. But showers need cleaning, even though they are only used with cleaning products.
Yes, that is. Yeah, you do need to clean your shower. That is crazy, but people just don't realize it.
Well, not the sense that it's crazy that you have to clean the shower, but just the irony that you are only using cleaning products to use the shower.
Right. That's the crazy part.
I've been seeing this. I'm not sponsored, but please sponsor me because I would like to try it. I mean, I would like to have it. There's this thing going around on TikTok. It's like the TikTok brush that like people are using to like literally clean everything.
Clean up the beard hair.
Yeah, that too.
Is it the green thing?
No, it's like a white mechanism that like extends. Like you can have like a brush extender, so you don't have to like bend over or anything like that.
I like that.
Yeah, I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah, I've been seeing this guy made this like beard trim cleaner.
Yeah, like it's like kind of like an adhesive almost.
It looks like a little like green like half circle that you just kind of like run around the sink. I need it.
Yeah.
Need it bad.
Even like the grout too. Like that's always the annoying thing. Like getting in the grout in between. Like if you have a tile shower like me, even the tub, the tube, it's always annoying.
Our tub drain doesn't drain very fast, so a lot of times it's very slow and it gets a little like grimy. So we gotta clean ours a little more.
Yeah, you might have to pull the hair out.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like there's probably hair in there.
We're working on it.
I mean, your long, luscious hair, Matt. I mean, I know.
So we had to call the super. Is that his name? The maintenance guy on site once about it.
I was going to say the landlord.
No, not the landlord. The maintenance guy. He kind of came to fix it. It was great. And then like it's just we don't really shave too much in there. So I just don't know.
All right,
we'll figure it out. All right, my last one. This is really weird.
I'm ready.
So it's a baseball one.
All right.
Gaylord Perry, Hall of Fame pitcher. Couldn't tell you who he played for. I think the Cleveland Guardians. He once stated that, quote, "They'll put a man on the moon before I hit a home run." This was in 1963.
Okay.
6 years later, just hours after Neil Armstrong stepped onto the lunar surface, Gaylord Perry hit the first and only home run of his career.
Shut up.
Yep.
I've never heard this story before.
I never did either.
Oh my God, dude, that's crazy. Wow.
How awesome is that?
No way. I want to fact check you, honestly.
Please do, because I just Googled crazy sports facts and this popped up.
Sports fact. Okay, MLB.com. Yeah. Yep. Just nice. I saw it like, yeah, San Francisco Examiner, Gaylord Perry and the home run heard around the moon. That's the title from it. But I realized too that he died on my birthday.
Oh, R.I.P.
December 1st.
Moment of silence for Gaylord Perry.
Yeah. Yeah, December 1st, 2022, just last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's one of the craziest things of all time.
We're actually coming up on his birthday too, September 15th, 1938.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
One of the craziest stories of all time.
Yeah, like, oh man. How crazy is that to think that, like, getting somebody on the moon, like, because that, like, reality of thinking of that, like, not that I want to do like a subset of like, dude, that's crazy, but just like the thought of like people thinking that like, oh, we can get a man to the moon. And like today, like we know that's possible, but like back then when like we didn't know if it was possible or not. Oh, that's so crazy.
That's like, that's crazier than Babe Ruth like calling a shot right before he hits the home run. Way crazier.
Yeah, I mean that was fate. Like that was a miracle.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's why sports are the best.
Yeah. All right, Matt. We did some driving this past weekend.
We sure did.
I mean, we do driving in general. Period.
We did longer driving this weekend.
Yeah. We have an irrational hatred for people doing the speed limit.
Correct. Dude, that is crazy. Yeah, I guess we do. Especially on the highway.
Yeah.
Especially on the highway.
Like I've noticed when I was driving, like kind of like the roads, having somebody in front of you and they're going the speed limit and you're like, come on, like it's, you know, and then you look and it's like, oh, you're going 45 miles an hour. What is the speed limit? 45 miles an hour. It's just, yeah, blows my mind that like we just are so, we have such a hatred for people doing the speed limit, but like that's what we should be doing.
Especially on like, did you take 80?
I did.
Yeah, there's just nothing but roads and trees where like, yes, obviously you have to watch your speed because there were a decent amount of cops on the highway this weekend.
Oh, yeah, I think
with it being Labor Day weekend, it makes sense. But you're not going to get pulled over for going like 5 over. Like you can go a little faster.
But yeah, speed limit, people go the speed limit, but like go 5 miles over it.
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be okay. So,
not that we condone breaking the law.
No, do not get arrested, and don't. If you get arrested, don't say that we told you to speed because that could come back to bite us in the ass. All right, let's finish off the show. Do a couple would you rathers. I have a good list. I have some pretty good ones.
You always have a good list.
I feel like I try to have a good list. I get most of my stuff from the internet. It's fine. I believe I do have one from April on here.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, we do. We've done something like this one kind of similar, but we'll start off with this one.
Ready.
Would you rather have a mullet or a ponytail?
Well, I would rather have a mullet. I've seen people rock a mullet before. I feel like ponytails, those turn to man buns first and then ponytails. But I think a mullet, like you're just rocking the ages, man. Like you're just into some rock, some yacht rock or anything like that. Like you're just living your best life. There's a kid who has grown a mullet and has raised a lot of money for charity. And he's only like 8.
I've seen that kid. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go mullet too. Mullets are just cool. Not saying that I could pull off a mullet. I don't know if I could. Mullets are cooler. I feel like there's also, not that ponytails are weird for guys. I feel like there's a weird stereotype with guys with ponytails. Like they're like freaks kind of.
Right.
Which isn't true. I just feel like there's a weird stigma around guys with ponytails. Mike, would you rather never use shampoo or toothpaste for the rest of your life? I may have done this one before. But...
Ooh, no, I don't remember this.
Okay.
This is, ooh.
I am going to go without shampoo. Because... Okay, go ahead. No, you go ahead. Okay. I'm going to pick shampoo because, yes, your hair is going to get weird. However, you can use stuff that's going to make you smell a little better, at least. Or also just wear a hat. And now your body's going to stink too, but you can use cologne or like spray that's not technically shampoo. If you use toothpaste, your teeth are going to be awful by the time you're like 35.
Well, and they're going to rot.
Correct.
Like
and then you're gonna have dentures.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to eat solid foods. Like that's more body harm not using toothpaste than shampoo, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that. I'm citing not using shampoo.
Okay. Would you rather always have to hop around on one foot or always have to squat?
But that's it, just squat.
So yeah, so like every time you stop or like you go to like stand, you have to like squat while you stand.
I'm gonna squat. I think it's just hopping on one foot, like that could get tiring. Like taking a squat, man. I think it's easier.
Yeah, I think I'm also gonna say squat. Hopping around on one foot, you're gonna fall down a lot. If it's in a crowded spot, you get bumped, you're going down. The only bad thing about the squat is it's kind of like you're doing a wall sit every time you stop.
Mm.
What's the longest you ever did a wall sit? You know what I mean? Like you back against the wall, you squat.
30-minute. That's some random thing. I remember doing well with a wall sit.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day. Don't ask me. We'll have to wall sit during a podcast.
Wall sit competition.
Well, just wall sit and do a podcast. That would be crazy.
At one time in high school, middle school, we all did wall sits. I did it for 10 minutes.
I think my
legs were absolutely shaking.
Listen, when I was taking out one hop, why was I hopping? I was probably something like with my toe. I felt a little shaky. Like getting to that age where you can't like hop on one foot a lot anymore. Like got a little scared.
Yeah. Now I will say, I do have very good balance.
Depends on if I'm drinking or not. Yes.
That also plays a factor. Yes. Would you rather listen to an annoying laugh all day long or get tickled for an hour straight?
I'd tickle for an hour.
No shot. I would rather listen to the annoying laugh all day long.
All day long?
I despise getting tickled. I am so ticklish. Like when I was little, my mom used to just take her pinky and I would be on the ground immediately. I hate being tickled. Just the idea of being tickled just makes me ticklish. I hate it. I hate it.
I'm always a perpetrator for tickling Jenna when it comes to it. So I'm sure April does it too, just to piss you off.
April loves to tickle me at like 11:30 at night when we both go to lay down for bed.
Oh, that's awful.
Yes, it's kind of funny, actually. I really don't get mad at it because it's just kind of funny.
Actually, hand up, I do that too. That's it.
Yeah, no, I despise getting tickled. Would you rather have a constantly changing outfit or hairstyle?
I think the outfit would be fun.
I also think that'd be kind of cool. Like different outfit for breakfast, lunch, dinner, going out.
Does it randomly change or
like you don't know what you're putting on?
You don't know when it will change.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
I think
like what if you just got to like press a button on like a watch? Like that Ben 10 show? That was a great show, by the way. Yeah, you just press a button and boom, you're in like a tuxedo. Or like boom, you're in like swim trunks and a tank top at the beach.
I would save so much time getting ready in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, turn on the pajamas.
That'd be awesome.
Turn on the work.
Would you rather have a face or name that everyone laughs at?
I'd rather name.
I'm going to say name as well. However, if you have a face that everyone laughs at, what if you just put like sunglasses on?
Well, think about this. People can see, the public can see your face, but the public doesn't know your name until they know you.
That's true.
So like if your name was like
Holden McGroin
or Tits, or
Yes.
Hugh Janus.
Tits McGee.
Tits McGee. I'm Tits. I'm Ron Burgundy. The only people that would know your name are the ones that know you. And then like you'll get the occasional like walking up to like the DMV, oh like what's your name? Like, oh, I'm Hugh Janus, and like in the back. But
Right.
if you see your face, like people could see you in public. You could be on Times Square of New York City and be like, oh my God, that face is funny.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's a good point. Also, if you meet someone new, you can just tell them a fake name.
I mean, I feel like you gotta be truthful with that.
I guess. But yeah, I guess the name probably is easier. Also, you can, if you have like a funny name that everyone laughs at, you can like go along with the joke.
Yeah.
Better than like, oh, your face is ugly. Like that's not funny.
I think the name, like, because Matt Speed, Gumby, like we all had those names.
Yep. Daddy.
And what's that?
What?
Huh?
What'd you say?
What? No, what did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
I just, still waking up. My ears are getting used to it.
Yeah. Maybe Jenna said something you heard.
I woke up at 5:45 this morning, by the way. So
Why?
I'm wide awake.
Why are you up that early?
My alarm's, I forgot to turn off my sleep alarm.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I went back to sleep, but I was awake.
Wow. I thought you said you were up and ready to go at 5:45.
No, I'm ready to go now.
Mike was so excited to record today. He just couldn't wait. He couldn't sleep anymore.
Says the man who just got up 15 minutes ago when we started recording.
I was basically on time.
Yeah.
I was like a minute late.
Yeah,
I was like a minute late.
All right.
2 more. This is a good one.
Okay.
Would you rather get smacked in the face with the fish or farted on?
I'd rather get smacked in the face with a fish.
I agree. Yeah. Farted on is just gross.
That's just, you can at least turn the getting smacked in the face with a fish a story. Whereas like getting farted on.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people would find it more humorous to get smacked with a fish than embarrassing than getting farted on and being embarrassed by that.
Yeah. Well, what if it's just like you and the other person in the room and they just like fart on you?
That sounds a little bit kinky to me, but okay.
Moving on.
Fart on my face. Come on.
Yes. Oh.
See, that's what I mean.
Coffee's going to come up. All right. Last one. This one is from April. Shout out April. Would you rather always hear people chewing whenever they eat, or every time you go into a public bathroom, you hear someone taking the messiest shit ever?
Well, I know what you're going to pick.
Yes, I will. Let me hear him taking the poop. I don't want to listen to people chewing. Obviously, you all know it's a huge pet peeve. I hate it. Hate it. Hate that. I don't know what I hate. Ooh, that's a good question. What do I hate worse? People chewing or being tickled?
I would say for you being chewing with the mouth
think I hate
open.
the people chewing worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's just nasty.
That shit's nasty, literally. I don't know. I feel like more of the embarrassment's coming from the guy who's taking the nastiest poop. But yeah, I would take that. Because we've all been there.
We've all been
there. Like the good old omelet, the omelet from college, like you know that's messy. So like it's totally fine, which yeah.
Also, there's a weird thing where like if you're in the bathroom like with your friends at like a bar and it happens, it's kind of funny.
Yeah,
it's not, but like we'll make it funny. like pooping isn't funny, but we'll make it funny.
So I don't know why I'm going to say this on the podcast, but when we were at the wedding this past weekend, this is the bathroom stuff. And I will only say this, and anybody who hears this knows the joke or knows the story. But so I was in the bathroom and Woz comes in, the Wizard of Woz comes in, and we're both like in the bathroom. And I said, "So, is she out there?"
Yep.
She out there in the bathroom?
Yep. Legend. Legend of the game.
And we just started cracking up just from, oh man. Dude, the bar bathrooms, the weirdest thing ever. You had that guy that was like sitting there getting you paper towels every time you were done, like literally was miserable in his life because all his job was to rip off paper towels for you and then point to when there was a bathroom open because you were too drunk to know when somebody else was getting out. Yep. And then they had those like odd selections of like cologne, like standing on like the sink of the bathroom. I'm like, I don't think I've never seen anybody used it before.
Neither have I.
But yeah, there was, wow. But yeah, the whole was, is she out there?
What a time to be alive. That's all we got for Would You Rather.
Wow. What a great episode of the Funny Business Podcast. Bringing up some good memories. Checking to see if I'm the asshole. Not me personally, but other people. And just hearing some good baseball facts and just day-to-day activities.
Yep, nothing better.
There's a lot more of that and a whole lot more on our social and all that good stuff. You can find all that at solo.to/funnybusiness. Mr. Matthew.
Yes.
What's your good advice for the good people of the funny business world?
Well, 20% off, lookWhatever.com, promo code funnybusiness. Yes, I will be doing that every single week. Appreciate where you are. Specifically, this is merely meant for those exiting high school, entering college, exiting college. Good old Andy Bernard quote, I wish you knew you were in the good old days before you were out of them. Obviously, this past weekend was great. Seeing a bunch of old college friends. People we still kind of talk to sometimes. People we haven't really spoken to since college, or people I haven't seen since college.
Yeah.
Just a really good time catching up with some buddies. And obviously, congratulations, Tyler and Kayla. It was great ceremony, great reception. It was just a great day in general.
And happy, well, belated on the publication of the podcast. Happy belated birthday to Tyler.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, you know what? I didn't realize it was that close to his birthday, but yeah, that's true. Yes, happy birthday, Tyler. We love you. So just if you're in college, if it's your senior year, live it up, enjoy the moments. You're never going to get those days back.
And even so, you'll never get those days back. You will always be able to reminisce and talk about the good times. Like, even, I think it was just recently I talked about Tony scaring the shit out of me during Halloween. And it was so, because I saw Tony that weekend at the wedding, and I'm like, I taught, and just like, it brought back so many good memories. And yeah, it was a great way to rekindle those nights, those memories, and just a whole lot of drinking.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. So congratulations, Kayla and Tyler. Thank you all so much for listening. And until the next time, see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.